New sequencing technology, SBX from Roche. Is it worth the hype? I watched their 82-minute webinar, so you don't have to, and here are my key takeaways. First of all, if this is your first time hearing about SBX, it stands for sequencing by expansion, and it's very technically cool. Basically, they created a way to synthesize a complementary DNA analog that can stretch out because of its accordion-like backbone. And they read out the sequence of these expandimers by threading them through pores and detecting deviations in the current, similar to how nanopore sequencing works. But key differences from nanopore: SBX is supposed to have very controlled movement through the pores because it has these translocation control elements in its backbone, which pause the threading between each base. And while a key advantage of nanopore sequencing is its very long read lengths, SBX is a short read technology, with insert lengths usually in the low hundreds of base pairs. So given that this is a short read technology using pores, I've been trying to figure out how to place it in the landscape of existing sequencing tech. And it seems clear to me that SBX's main advantage is speed. I mean, this thing is blazingly fast. They're able to get 5 billion reads in 1 hour or 15 billion in 4 hours. They showed a time trial where they were able to get through library prep, sequencing, and variant calling in under 6.5 hours, which is pretty crazy. And the sequencing is so fast because their flow cell has 8 million pores on it. That's compared to the tens of thousands for the highest throughput nanopore run. In terms of data produced per second, by my calculations, SBX is about 10 times faster than the fastest nanopore method. Okay, so what about accuracy? Roche mostly reports this in terms of SNP and indel calling accuracy, probably because they're trying to appeal to clinical sequencing cores, and these are in the range of 99 to 99.8%. Not bad. It's hard to compare directly with Illumina based on the data that Roche provides, but I think it's safe to say that they're roughly on par. And overall, SBX is getting Q39 scores, at least on this test. So clearly an important factor in SBX's uptake will be cost. Basically, no indication so far from Roche on how much we can expect an instrument or reagents to cost. But with so many competitors in the space now, I'd expect it'll rival NovaSeq on per gigabyte costs. Maybe there will be a bit of a premium for the speed, but I'm honestly not sure how much clinical genomics folks value that. Would be curious to hear from some. Overall, I'm pretty happy to see SBX entering the pool of sequencing tech. I think anything to put even more pressure on the cost of sequencing is great. As somebody who recently did a 12 billion read NGS run, I would love for it to cost even less. I do feel like it's kind of a shame that we can't just put native DNA or RNA onto this 8 million pore device, but who knows, maybe there will be an academic solution for that. And with the expected launch of SBX in 2026, I'm looking forward to seeing who uses it and how, and more details on the cost and performance of SBX, so stay tuned.